Hey, Dr. Mark Testa. Today I'm going to help you answer the question for yourself. Are you happy? Are you happy? Now, I share videos like this all the time on health and wellness, so if you want more videos like this, please subscribe to the YouTube channel below. But let's get into this. Are you happy? Now, researchers out of Yale have accumulated a lot of great information about happiness. I think the better question they ask is, are you happy in your life? And the other question is, are you happy with your life? Now, these are two different questions that rather than are you happy? Because we don't know where that's supposed to go. Am I happy today, in the last 15 minutes, in the last 15 years? Am I happy with my whole progress in life? And it doesn't really help us anchor anything. So I think the question, are you happy in your life? And are you happy with your life are questions worth answering. Now, there's a lot of research out there that shows us that we can influence our happiness really pretty easily. And a lot of it is actually counterintuitive. So let's talk about some of the ways we can do that. Number one is sleep. Right? We've all been sleep deprived. If you're a parent, you're sleep deprived. You're not a very happy person, right? You're a little grouchy, you're a little edgy, you're a little stressed out, right? So getting good sleep, 7 to 8 hours a night of good sleep. And in other videos, I talk about how to get good sleep. So they're on this channel. How about exercise? Exercise has been shown in numerous studies to help mild to moderate depression, anxiety, etc. And so if we exercise, we get a nice boost of endorphins, we get oxygen to all of our cells, we get blood pumping around different areas of our body, including deep into our brain, and we can find happiness by just even a walk, right? So exercise is something we can do on a regular daily basis to improve our sense of happiness. It probably comes with no surprise that nutrition can affect our happiness. Numerous studies now out show that processed food can reduce our lifespan and lead to all kinds of chronic health problems. And so we know the poor side of eating can make us sick and unhealthy. And when we're sick and unhealthy, we're not really very happy. But also putting in those sorts of artificial chemicals, artificial colors, poor oils, can affect our cells, our cell membranes, our neurotransmitters, and make us not have good chemicals in our body that help us to be happy. How about gratitude? Gratitude plays a big role in happiness. We have this part of our brain called the reticular activating formation, and that helps us like hone in on things. You've probably noticed this when you get a new pair of shoes, for instance, that you've never had, and you've got these new shoes, you couldn't wait to have them, you love them, and now all of a sudden you see them everywhere. Everyone's wearing the same shoe. How'd that happen? That's the reticular activating formation. The same thing happens when we are grateful for things, and so I use a journal to write out things that I'm grateful for every day. You may call these wins. You may just be things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for a shelter over my head. I'm grateful that the sun's back out today. I'm grateful my daughter's healthy. I'm grateful I have opportunities like this to educate people. I love that. So you can really find things to be happy and grateful about. And if you write it down and you focus on them, what'll happen is you'll start to see things that you are grateful for. You're stimulating this part of your brain, the reticular activating formation. How about mindfulness? Mindfulness. And now, this is a common and a popular term these days, mindfulness. And it's a form of meditation that the Buddhists have really developed. It's been westernized in the last 30 years. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, University of Massachusetts, John Kabat-Zinn really popularized a lot of this Buddhist teaching and made it accessible to Westerners and to clinicians and to doctors. And it's a form of meditation that you can use to see what are you paying attention to? It helps us calm down the mind. The mind lost in thought goes all over the place, and we can find plenty of things to not be happy about. And so if we can slow down that whole mental process of the mind lost in thought with mindfulness practice, maybe just focusing on the breath. That's where it starts, focusing on the breath. Now, if you do this, you're going to find out you can't stay there more than one breath. But you just keep coming back. You just keep coming back. You just keep coming back, and you punctuate your day with mindfulness. How about being other-oriented? This is where it starts to become less intuitive. Like, if I care about other people and I don't care about myself, how's that going to help me be happy? I need to care for myself. Interestingly, people can get out of a depressed state by volunteering, by helping other people. And this is what I mean by other-oriented, helping other people find joy in their life. I've been in healthcare for 30 years. I can tell you, when I go into a room to treat someone, it's not about me at all. And I never have a problem. I never have a personal problem when I'm helping someone else. So thinking about being other-oriented. Lastly, social relationships. Very, very important. We are social creatures. We are creatures that need other people. There is no one out there. There is no self-made anything, right? You're not a self-made millionaire, because that means you did it all by yourself, but you had to have help. You had help in your business. You had help people who bought your product. I mean, there's just no self-made. We are social creatures. And there was a study done at Harvard, the men's Harvard study, and they found that these men that lived the longest had nothing to do with their diet, their exercise, or whatever. They really boiled it down to their relationships, their interpersonal relationships with their spouse, with their friends, with their loved ones, and that human connection. We see the same thing in the blue zones around the world where people live well into their hundreds. They have strong social ties. So we can change our level of happiness. It's a lot easier than we give it credit for. We think we need to win the lottery or we need to go on vacation, but we know these are all short-lived. They don't give us long-term happiness. We might feel awesome in the moment, but when the juice is gone, we're right back to where we started. Excuse me. So I hope you found these tips helpful. Sleep, exercise, nutrition, gratitude journal, mindfulness, being other-oriented, and strong social relationships. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.